Hello, everybody. It is Overcast time. This is episode 26 of Overcast, your Overwatch podcast. I am Frostee, joined right here by my friend Chris Matrix. He's right here. He's not 2,000 miles away or anything, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
We'll just go with that.
All right.
Good morning,
Yeah.
everybody. How is everybody doing? It is Saturday?
Saturday.
It is Saturday. It is the 6th of February, which is outstanding. We're already in February, which means, guess what? We're 3 days away from Overwatch beta. But we'll get into that a little bit later. As always, you can find us here, wherever you're listening, either it be on iTunes or Podbean. You could also find us on Twitter at Overcast Show. You can find us at our webspot. Yes, webspot.
Webspot's good.
At things. At our website at theovercastshow.blogspot.com. And, of course, we are under the umbrella of frozenfoxradio.com.
That's right. Go there to listen or to read about this and all the other shows that we have to offer. So
including our new podcast by your wife.
My wife.
I believe. Pause the Screen.
Yep.
And it's been doing well from what I've been hearing and listening to and all that fun stuff.
It is doing well, and they kicked off Retro Game Club, so they're excited about that.
I don't know, man. I don't like retro games, but it is what it is. It's just not my jam. It's not my jam.
The one that she's been playing, they've been playing like Indiana Jones, The Lost City of Atlantis. I'm just glad I watched that and I'm like, this is crazy. But I do remember games like that when I was a kid. There was a Star Trek game that I played like that. But
retro games for me are like Battletoads and Mega Man.
There you go.
Like going back to the NES days. Like I miss Battletoads. They need to make a remake for either another Nintendo console or for the PlayStation because I miss my Battletoads.
Yeah, for a while there was a lot of Battletoads talk, like in different stories and things like that, and all of a sudden Rash ended up in Killer Instinct because he's in Killer Instinct Season 3
right
now. And I was like, are they going to make a movie about Battletoads or something? Because like there's all this hype, and then there's been nothing. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
It would be ridiculous if they made a Battletoads movie. I mean, the story is so outlandish that like Michael Bay could do it justice.
There you go.
It would just be awesome. But anyways, it's been a couple weeks. Frosty, what have you been up to?
Well, I have been doing school, of course. School's school, man. You just go for it.
School is the rule.
That's right.
Ugh.
Besides that, I've just been trying to play. I've been getting further in World of Warcraft. Our raid team is now in heroic rating, so it's awesome. I got my moose. Somebody gave me a moose run, so.
Dear.
I got my carry with a crazy mythic team. That was insane. Never seen anything like that. Like a 4-minute Archimon kill. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Easy
I don't know.
mode.
I can't do WoW anymore. It's just too much. I've been playing a little bit of Blade and Soul though, and that's
I've been hearing good things about that.
Interesting to say the least. I don't know. It's just it's not a bad game. I just can't really get into it. Still been playing a lot of Destiny though.
Yep. I actually picked up Destiny the other day and kept playing, and I was like, let's do this. We should.
Why haven't you told me this?
Did I play Destiny?
Yes.
I swear I've said it. It's probably because I'm not max level.
That's true.
I'm not one of the, I can't go do cool stuff yet, so I'm just kind of like, I'm just going to hide under the radar. That's what it is.
Speaking of awesome RPG shooters, the Division beta was last weekend. Oh man.
Yep.
I can't even, that game has me stupidly excited.
And there was only like this much, like only a tiny little bit.
There was just a smidgen, but I could not stop playing it. Like just going around in the dark zone and hunting rogues and then going rogue yourself. It's just I can't wait. I cannot wait for March 8th for when that finally hits.
I think the open beta starts on the 16th or something like that, right?
They haven't made an official announcement as far as I'm aware.
I think I read somewhere that's what the plan is. So we shall see.
Yes, and if that is the case, then sorry, Overwatch, you might have to take a little bit of a back seat.
It's like what beta do I play at this point? Right?
Exactly. What beta to play? What do?
It's funny that you're having to decide over not what game to play, but what beta of what game to play.
I know, right? Because like the two games I really want to play this year aren't even out yet, and it's kind of sad. but we know the division's coming out on March 8th.
Yes.
We don't know exactly when Overwatch is coming out, but we do know the beta starts on February 9th again.
And that's our big thing of news this week.
Yes,
So,
that is definitely.
Let's just segue straight into our news, which is that huge bomb dropping, and it was like, what? Like, we said on the show, yeah, it's probably not going to come back for a while, to the end of the month at least, or something like that. I think we said
thank
that.
you, Blizzard, for making me eat my words.
They're pretty good
Again,
about that with us, right?
I know, right? Just when we think that we're not going to have anything to report on come our podcast, they drop some sort of bomb. They're just like, oh, wait, Overcast needs something to report on.
Yep.
So let's give them something.
So let's give them something. So February 9th, everybody that was already in the closed beta, the regular flagged accounts, will return back to the closed beta. You can play it again. We're going to have the new game mode, whatever that is. We still have no idea.
Two new maps.
2 new maps.
Oh, I can't wait, dude.
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved just about every map that was in the game. I like Volskaya, absolutely awesome. Anubis, I wanted to beat over the head like a redheaded stepchild. But, everything. Dorado was amazing. Hollywood was all right.
That had more funny things in it than anything.
Yeah, that was more of a goofy map than anything. But they're going to have several hero balance updates.
Yes.
Which they left that so vague. You're so vague.
We're sitting here wondering, like, we know that they, like...
Probably think this buff is about you.
Or this nerf. Or this
Yeah,
rework.
right. I know, right? So they've left. They gave us just enough to keep us hanging on. It's like, okay, we know the beta's coming back on the 9th.
Yep.
We know there's 2 new maps. We know there's a new game mode, and we know there's hero balance tweaks.
So we'll see what characters are actually going to get reworked. I mean, we heard that it was going to be Pharah, and we heard that Bastion was going to get some stuff reworked on him. So we know Symmetra, not Pharah. Yeah, Pharah's in the background.
I was about to say
Pharah on the brain, man.
Pharah was in a pretty good place. Last I heard.
We got to have that Justice Reigns.
Justice Reigns from oh.
But yeah, Symmetra is going to get that rework. So I'm curious to see what they do with Bastion. I think didn't they specifically say they wanted to rework his ult?
I think they said they were going to rework him from the ground up, but we'll see what happens. But the big thing I'm really excited for is the progression system.
Yes.
Blizzard has been talking, since before the first round of beta came out about the progression system. And I know they've wanted to stray away from hero specific. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they've come up with to present to us in this next phase of beta.
Yeah, because we talked about the other systems that they scrapped in the past and what that meant and we kind of know what they don't want to do, but that kind of left a big opening of where are they going to go from here?
It's like, well, what do you do? Do you just do account-wide leveling? I mean, base XP off of headshots or ability kills, so on and so forth. So I mean. They've clearly put a lot of work into it, and they've been working on it for some time. So we will definitely see what happens come Tuesday, which I know a lot of people are just stupidly excited about. When I heard this came on, I looked at Twitter, saw all my buddies just be like, "Oh my god, choo choo!" I even got in on the discussion a little bit, and it was good fun. Empiric, Koala, you guys know what I'm talking about. So
yeah, I mean it's interesting because everybody when the beta stopped, some people had already stopped playing it just because we've talked about the progression system not being there, so the interest kind of was like waning a little bit. Other games kind of take people away.
There was no feeling of you're actually making any kind of progress. You're not really moving forward in the game. You go, you play your match, you're done. You hop into the next match, you play it, you're done.
It was almost a relief because it was like, okay, we can break the monotony. Like, it's official. We can just cut ties at this point.
Yeah.
And with the return of beta and now the promise of the progression system and all the other stuff, it's like just as tantalizing as before. Like, we just taste it. It's like, oh my gosh. It's just as exciting.
And not only that, but they made this announcement on, the 4th?
Yeah, so it was
like 5 days before beta comes out. Like, this isn't Blizzard. What are we doing? Like, they should have been like, okay, well, beta returns March 31st.
Yep. When I saw I saw people tweeting about it, and when I went and found it, like right after they'd announced it, and I was like, the 9th? Not the 9th of March?
Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm like, wait. I had to double and triple check just to make sure it is indeed February 9th. That is this coming Tuesday.
Yeah, really happening.
As of this recording.
So make
we're
sure
recording on Saturday. So
make sure that you get your account flagged. That's the thing right now. Like, make sure you put on there that you check that box. You want in the Overwatch beta. Or you're probably not going to get in. I should
flag your Battle.net profile. I mean, how many times have we said it over this show? This is probably like the 20th time.
That was like a
at the
segment
very
on our
least.
show, yeah, like for like the first 20 episodes.
That was like a dedicated segment. Like, hey, go make sure that you flag your profile.
Yeah,
Just do it.
because we know that there's going to be a new wave of invites. At least one, they said. So
Yeah, I'm predicting probably a good 3 or 4 waves at the very, very least. Because the game is coming out in June, so they've got time to keep the beta open. It really just all depends on how long they decide they want to keep it open for this time.
Exactly.
Another good update that they're doing. They're doing a lot of updates to private matches, including full AI matches.
Yep.
It's going to let people test out the heroes they want, so on and so forth, which I'm ecstatic about. I mean, I know there's been a time where I've wanted to, test out a certain hero or, test out a certain spot with a certain hero's ability, and really wasn't able to do that because there were 6 Junkrats on my team.
Yeah, it's like, all right, let's jump into this AI match, and it's like, oh, I get to play against like Junkrat, and that's it. Like.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the AI.
I wonder
as
how
far as a full AI match is concerned.
How good they'll be too. I wonder how like high that skill cap will go with the AI, or how low for some people. Like I wonder how adjustable it'll be. For example,
if it'll be adjustable at all.
Sounds like when you're playing like Rocket League, and you can be like play a noob. I was playing a match the other day where the AI scored on its own goal. Like it forced the ball into its own goal like 4 times. I was like, what's going on here? But
it's like just play against somebody who will be on your team.
Yeah, then you just crank it up to like insane, and the game goes crazy. So I'm hoping that you'll have that flexibility, depending on what your skill level is, to be able to say, I'm new to the game, I don't want to play in a public forum yet, and jump in and say, okay, I'm going to play against these bots, versus somebody wants to test out some stuff like us that are experienced. Because I could never play as Mercy, for example, in the AI match, because it was like me, and I didn't have anybody to heal or boost, so nothing to do.
And as kind of a side note too, it'll be the beta will be available in the Americas region and the Europe region on February 9th.
Yes.
Asia will be February 16th. So they'll be a little bit behind, but yeah, Asia will definitely be getting it. Just probably about a week and a half later, almost 2 weeks. But it is what it is.
Exactly. So does this mean some more streaming for you of Overwatch?
Well, yeah, definitely streaming Overwatch. I actually finally got my setup in a decent spot to where I could stream PC and PS4 fairly easily. I mean, all I got to do is press a button and my PC is switched over to PS4 or vice versa. So
excellent.
Makes it nice and easy. Definitely be streaming a lot more Overwatch. And then, of course, come March, I'm probably taking a sabbatical from Overwatch once the division comes out. I'm sorry, Blizzard. I love you. I love your game. But
that game.
This game I've been waiting for a very considerable amount of time, and I'm an RPG nut. So, anything with Tom Clancy on its name, I will at least give it a good shot.
There you go.
Rainbow Six Siege being the only exception. I tried it, didn't like it.
Just didn't jive, huh?
No, wasn't hip to the jive.
I heard the game was good, but it wasn't as exciting, as it could be, especially if you didn't have like a set 5-man team.
Yeah, no, the gunplay felt really shoddy. Just the way the maps worked. If you didn't have a great amount of teamwork and communication, you would automatically lose against any half-competent player. Not half-competent team, but half-competent player.
Oh, wow. So they just dismantle you.
Yeah, but, it is what it is.
Is what it is.
And speaking of our 26th episode, doesn't that mean we have a giveaway?
We do have a giveaway.
Mm.
Oh, yes. So we had the drawing right before the show. Did the drawing
Yep.
for the 3D Overwatch emblem, whatever they called it, in the goodie bag for BlizzCon.
Hmm.
But we got our hands on an extra one, and we have it to give away. The winner is Ketsuke Sky. So congratulations. I will get in touch with you. We'll get that sent off.
Woo! Yay! Free emblem. Gotta love it.
I need like party favor things like falling streamers, falling
The-
effect, going to After Effects, get
I
that
mean,
done.
it's nice to get that emblem, especially if you weren't able to make it to BlizzCon, because that's actually it's a pretty cool little piece.
Yep.
I mean, it's got a cool adhesive back too, so you can stick it to whatever you want.
I've seen people put them on their cars. I've seen people put it on their computers or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you
Whatever.
can literally do anything you want with it. So,
That's
Yeah.
it. So congrats.
and speaking of all that, that's actually bringing us to our Q&A. We do have a question this week from Kalo Logical on Twitter. Kalo asks, "Where would you like to see your show when official release hits, or even a year from now?" You want to lead off with that one, Bryce?
Oh man, when official hits, I want to see our show. Of course, now that beta's coming back, our plan was to go back to weekly, like we had said before. We just didn't think it was gonna be this soon, right?
Who said that?
This man. Chris is like, you mean I gotta wake up?
I gotta wake up before the sun gets up to do this dang show every week now?
He's pointing at me saying, I gotta get this guy up. That's what he's saying right now.
No, gotta get this guy up. I don't like waking up at 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we when the game goes live, I would love to, especially since it will be in the summer. That's the cool thing. To
Right.
get back to a live show, and also if the competitive scene is as big as what everybody's saying. I mean, there's other big moves that happen in the competitive scene this week for Overwatch. That's not even the beta's not even running right now. There's still teams being made behind the scenes and everything.
Yeah, I know Envious just picked up Hubris, I believe,
Yeah,
as their official Overwatch team. So a lot of the big organizations are already jumping on board, which means great things for esports, great things for the game in general. So we'll
Yeah.
definitely see what happens come beta.
Yep, and of course we'll talk about whatever balance changes or new things are added to the game, and then I'd love to talk about the competitive side, see what's going on there, keep up with the news.
You'd
and maybe,
love to. You'd love to.
I'd love to,
Mhm.
and maybe get some of those players on the show. Yeah,
Yeah, we could do players, or we could do coaches, analysts, community members,
exactly.
devs. Just there's all kinds of things that we could do. I'd like to see our show on SoundCloud, for one,
Okay.
come release.
He's like hint, hint.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
What you don't know is I've actually been working in the background to get that started.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. No.
It takes 5 minutes. And then I'd like to see, I personally have been working on kind of like an offshoot show, not Overcast, like just kind of like doing a general gaming podcast. So I'd like to kind of see that kick off too.
Awesome.
Kind of as like not maybe more of a supplemental thing to Overcast, but not as centric on Overwatch. Maybe more general on the whole gaming thing, and a little less censored.
So you could call it Undercast.
No,
I was gonna say because you're keeping it on the down low, so it's like
dude,
Undercast.
that's like one of the big things I've been trying to figure out is what the hell am I going to call this podcast? Because it's a general gaming podcast. So what the hell am I going to call it?
I used to have one called Respawn Time, long time ago. Long time ago.
I'm not digging that title out of the grave. Sorry.
Neither was I. When Kaz was trying to figure out her podcast name, I was like, I'd say this, but don't even bother digging that out anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll find it. You'll find it. You'll get that name. I know how hard it is searching for names.
Yeah, it'll come to me at some point.
That's why I snagged up Overcast when I could. Because once you find that out, I was like,
Do we really need to rehash this out?
how I swiped it from you,
Yes.
right from your grasp.
Literally hours.
Yep. That's how it goes. But you love me at the same time. That's why you're here.
debatable.
Debatable. It varies depending on the day.
Very debatable. It depends on the hour.
Oh, ouch.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm still waking up. I got my grumpy cat face on. I'm just like,
He got rid of some of the salt. We were talking about it before the show.
I just want to go back to bed.
I know
It's Saturday. I shouldn't be up before 11.
I totally agree. But we do this for you guys.
Yes, always. Which is why I'm up at an ungodly early hour of the morning doing this recording, so you guys will be awesome and entertained, and hopefully at the end of the day a little more informed.
That's right, which I think that means that's the end of the show. So thank you for joining us for the 26th episode of Overcast, your Overwatch news location. And remember to follow us on Twitter at Overcast Show. Go to our blog page, theovercastshow.blogspot.com. You go to Frozen Fox Radio. You can read about this and all of our other shows we have to offer. They're all awesome. Go check them out. Thank you for listening, whether it's on iTunes or Podbean, or you're watching this on YouTube. And go and visit our Facebook page. You can find us there too, Overcast.
Soon to be SoundCloud.
Soon to be SoundCloud. Yep. I've been testing it out, and it seems like it's going to work really well. So
Good.
it's going to be awesome. So be on the lookout for that. If you are in the beta, hopefully we will be playing with you soon. Look out for our streams. Look out for Chris to be streaming. I'll be streaming. Maybe we'll stream together. Yeah?
You're never on when I'm playing, so...
That's true. He's like, man, why do you play so late?
You're like playing like 2, 3 in the morning. I'm like, dude, I gotta be up in like 3 hours to go to work. Sorry.
I will make more of an effort.
Mm-hmm.
But then you'll be like, your skill cap's too low.
Play more games.
Play more games.
Play more games.
Don't play Mercy all the time.
Stop playing Mercy.
So we have that. So look out for all those and more announcements. And we will see you again next week when we'll be like, we'll probably have tons to talk about. I mean, with all the stuff we've teased this week,
Yep.
all of that's going to be fulfilled and fleshed out in the next week. Like the surprise, everything will be unveiled. So we are so excited.
So definitely look for our next episode. It will air on February 13th
Yep.
at an undisclosed time because we have no idea when Bryce actually uploads everything.
Which
I
is
find out
sometime.
when I see it in my subscription bar. I'm like, oh, he finally uploaded it. Okay, cool.
It's always sometime on Saturday. That's all I know. But
At
thank
some
you.
point on Saturday.
There you go. So thank you all for joining us. It's awesome to have you for episode 26. You'll see you next week. I'm Frosty.
And I'm Chris.
We'll see you on the flip side.
Stay awesome, Gotham.